7 fragrances that will help you stay on our mind if you wear them and wear them properly and dress them properly. Welcome back to the channel. It is your boy, Trey Sense, and we're going to talk about some fragrances. Just told you what the topic is. So no further ado, let's get right into it. Big shout out to Bay Springs, Mississippi and Wyoming. Y'all guys are the kings of checking in. Y'all please continue to check in, like, share, and sub to the channel. So what we have from the house of Paco Rabanne, we have Invictus Victory, and this is the original one, the first one. I think the actual name of it is Invictus Victory Parfum Extreme, I think is the name of it. Not to be confused with the new Elixir, which I have as well. I do like this one a little bit better. I'm a huge fan of the Invictus line. I think it's pretty good between Aqua, Extreme, the Victory lines, Onyx, Platinum. I mean, I just think it's a very, very solid line. Parfum, I think it's a great line, and I don't think this one is any exception. I think it smells really, really nice. For us big boys, it's hoodie season, so I think if you pair this with the right hoodie or the right sweater, the right pair of jeans, and the right sneakers, because you have to be clean. We were talking about this the other day at the barbershop. They said you got to put on some cologne. They were talking to one of the young boys in there. He was talking about going to sit next to a girl, and they said you can't stink. You got to be clean. And one of them said you got to put on cologne. The other one said you got to have on clean shoes. And that's the truth. That is just the truth. It doesn't really matter whether your stuff is expensive or not, but it needs to be clean. It does need to be clean. And smelling good is a step in the right direction with cleanliness. This is one of those fragrances that I think the sweetness of it will just go really, really good in this cool weather, but it's just something about it that women seem to like. I get compliments every time I wear this fragrance. You know, it is what it is. Moving along, that is, I keep wanting to call that the other one. That is Paco Rabanne's Invictus Victory. This next one, I could have went with any of these from this line. The house is Versace. The fragrance that I chose is Eros Flame. And I could have honestly went with Eros EDP, Eros Parfum, Eros Energy, or Eros Flame. I know there's a new one out. I have yet to smell it. This right here, man. To me, this is, I don't want to say the best, but it is amazing. And I got this tester from Dillard's. As you see, it says tester right there. Oh, this smells so good. When I purchased a few fragrances, I pre-ordered, and then I got to pick the tester. At first, they told me I wasn't going to be able to get this one, but then they, slipped it off in the bag for me. This is just a beautiful, beautiful scent. It is sweet. It is very playful. It is fruity. I definitely understand why. I definitely understand why women like this fragrance, man. And it's a cold weather monster as well, but this is one, if you spray this on, she's not gonna leave you alone. It really just smells great. From the house of Versace. It is Versace's Eros Flame. And again, think really, really sweet and really fruity. Flame doesn't necessarily come to mind other than you're gonna spark a flame if you wear this, but it doesn't smell warm and inviting, so to speak. It is very fruity and a little bit youthful, but still, all in all, it's a good fragrance. I like it a lot. From the house of Versace, it is Eros Flame. This next one is from the house of Dolce Gabbana, and it is light blue, summer vibes. And had a lady friend with me one time, and as a matter of fact, it was Valentine's Day weekend. I'll tell you exactly when it was. Last year, middle of the winter, and she smelled this for the first time, and she's not a big frag head at all. Her and the young lady that was working the counter both had a fit over this fragrance, and I smelled it. I liked it. It is very similar to the original Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue. It is a little bit brighter and a little bit more uplifting. The original Light Blue is one that I have recently fallen back in love with. That's a really good fragrance. This one may be a little bit better. It's a little bit fresher. I don't think it's quite as strong. But I remember wearing this to the doctor's office in Huntsville, Alabama. I had to go to my back doctor. And the ladies in there went crazy over this. They went crazy over this. Now again, I was dressed nice. You know, I didn't look slouchy. I didn't look like a bum. I had on nice clothes. I looked nice and I smelled nice. And they noticed. They also noticed my watches. I get compliments on my watches all the time, whether I'm wearing one of my G-Shocks or one of my Michael Kors or Armani Exchanges or Fossils, whichever one I have on, because I do them all. They notice that, guys. Women notice stuff like that. So this is a compliment puller. This is a great smelling fragrance that women just happen to love the smell of. They really do. They really do. Now again, thank the original Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue with a little bit more of a bright, festive summer vibe to it. But this is one, if you spray on, they will not leave you alone. These fragrances will help you stay on their mind quite a bit. Next one. And I tell y'all this all the time. Don't bore her. Don't bore her, Dior her. Dior her with Dior Homme Parfum. Man, I've got to get my hands on the Intense. I've got a decant of the Intense, but now this right here, when you look at when you put this on, when you spray this on and you look at your watch, it's gonna say grown man is the time, baby. When you hit that bad boy and you look at it, it's gonna say grown man. That's what time it is, because that's what this is on. This is on some GM time right here, baby. This is some grown man time. Nice, very, very masculine, very dressy, a little bit of iris. Sits a little close to the skin, but you expect that from a parfum concentration. But man, does it do what it is supposed to do. I love it. So don't bore her, Dior her. Irisy, slightly leather, just easy. Just an easy to wear fragrance. Very dressy, very classy, very masculine. She will love it. Don't bore her, Dior Homme Parfum. This next one I haven't had in my collection. As a matter of fact, these next three I haven't had in my collection very long, but man, are they good. This is slowly becoming one of my favorite houses. It's from the house of Valentino. This is Valentino's Born in Roma Gold. And some people don't like this fragrance, but some people do. And I am one of those that do. When you spray it on, you get a little bit of a leather vibe. A little bit clean. Not sure why they called it gold, but I like it. I like it a lot. This was one I had to wait for Dillard's to get. I wait for anybody to get in around here because nobody had it. Sephora didn't have it. They were out of it. They kept selling out of it every time it came in. So either they were getting a small supply or it's a very popular fragrance. I like it. I think it smells really, really good. I get a slight leathery vibe when I first spray it, but that dissipates really quickly and it just turns into a nice, fresh, clean scent. It's not too much. It's not too overpowering, but it still smells really, really good. I like it. I like it a lot. From the house of Valentino, it is Valentino's Born in Roma Gold. This next one I picked up over the weekend and I like it. I'm not so sure about the counterpart that I bought with it, and this is from the house of Imperial Armani, and it is Stronger With You, absolutely. I like this fragrance. I wore this to work today, and I got several compliments on it. I like this fragrance. Not sure about intensely. I'm on the fence. Part of me says keep it. The other part of me says take it back. This one smells like a lot of different fragrances in my collection, but I like it, so I'm going to keep it. Great for this time of the year. It just smells fantastic. It smells rich. Oh man, it just smells rich. It smells good. It's a little bit boozy, a little bit sweet. It's a little bit deep. You see the juice, and that's what it smells like. It smells like it looks. Dark, rich, boozy. Oh man. Just a nice fragrance. And again, I wore this to work with just my khakis, which is part of my uniform, and a sweatshirt. But it's a really good smelling fragrance. I like it. I like it a lot. From the house of Giorgio Armani, Imperial Armani. It is stronger with you. Absolutely. This next one, I knew I liked it from the minute that I smelled it, but the first time I wore it, and the only time I've worn it, I got several compliments, and I wore it on my birthday. And it's Boss Bottled Triumphant Elixir. Elixir being the key word. And the young lady complimented me on this, and she kept smelling me and sniffing me and sniffing and sniffing. And she finally said, what that scent that you're wearing, what is it? And I told her, and these were her words, not mine. She said, it smells deep, rich, and expensive. And this is what it was. Hugo Boss Bottled Elixir. Boss Bottled Triumphant Elixir. Not just the original Triumphant, because there's a Boss Bottled Triumphant, but this is Triumphant Elixir, and this is good. It does remind me a little bit of Parfums de Marly. No, kind of like a mix between Parfums de Marly, maybe Harrod, and Ani, maybe by Nichane. Just a little bit. It kind of gives me the vibes of those two, but nonetheless, it's a really good smelling fragrance. I like it, and the young lady was right. It does smell really deep. It does smell really rich, and it does smell really expensive. If you can pick this up, like I've seen people posting that they found it at Marshall's. If you can pick this up at Marshall's, it's a steal. Because I paid $110 for it. And I can tell you it's worth every penny. I can tell you it's worth every penny. I would put this, I think when I wore either a sweatshirt or a hoodie, but I would easily put this on with a nice sweater, with maybe a button-down shirt up under the sweater. I would keep it casual, but dress casual with this one. And it's just really, really good, guys. It's a really good fragrance. Sorry the camera keeps shaking. Every time I pat my foot, I knock my camera off a little bit. But anyway, yeah, this is one that I like. I like a lot. I may like this one more than any of the fragrances that I've sprayed on, or that I've talked to you about in this video. So anyway, from the house of Hugo Boss, it is Boss Bottled Triumph Elixir. All right, guys, that is it, man. That has been 7 fragrances from my collection that I think will help you stay on her mind if you wear these fragrances, guys. I don't think she's gonna easily forget you if you come around her smelling like this. I think she's gonna like you. I do. I think it'll help you out just a little bit. All right. With that being said, listen, I'm gonna get off of here, thumbnail it, edit it, get it up so you can see it. I hope you all are having a beautiful, beautiful hump day. I'm excited about hump day because it puts us one more day closer to my Irish playing, and I can't wait. So with that being said, listen, I love you all, and may God bless you all. Until next time, guys. Peace.